Welcome to My Life in a Nutshell. We're going to be doing chapter 6 today, A Dream Turned Nightmare. Please like and subscribe down below. Tell your friends about it so we can actually start the podcast. I have 41 subscribers right now, and we need 50 to go live. So let's hit this. A Dream Turned Nightmare. Moving to the ranch house was a dream come true. It was a sprawling landscape dotted with rolling fields and a serene bass pond, whispering promises of a peaceful evening after demanding workdays. Tony and I, under Mike's generous allowance, could fish there anytime. A quiet rhythm of casting a line was an inviting escape from the daily grind. One particularly draining evening, I grabbed my gear and made my way to the pond. The sun dipped low, painting the sky in a warm hue as the water gently lapped the shore. Lost in thoughts of a quiet evening, I suddenly heard the unmistakable rattle. My heart skipped a beat as my eyes darted down to see a black diamondback coiled between my feet. Without a moment's hesitation, I leaped into the air. The snake struck. Its fangs missed me by inches. Adrenaline surged as I found myself safely distanced, pole in hand. I cautiously nudged the snake away, watching it slither towards Tony on the dock. His eyes widened in terror as he screamed, ready to dive into the water. It was pretty funny, dude. I swiftly captured the snake and relocated it, ensuring our fishing spot was safe. As my 21st birthday neared, I came home from work to find a large bottle of Jack Daniels sitting on my porch. It was a mystery, but a welcome one. I tucked it into the fridge, looking forward to sharing it with my friends. The next day, I mentioned the mysterious gift to my Hispanic co-workers, and one joyfully offering to help me finish it. We laughed and planned to unwind after work. Thursday night rolled around, and my buddy joined me for a few drinks. We started with Jack and Cokes, but something felt off. After just a drink and a half, I was dizzy, disoriented, and struggling to speak. I stumbled to my bed, passed out. The next morning, a deep dread settled in my gut. I knew something terribly had happened. As my mind cleared, the horrifying truth hit me. I had been raped. Consumed by anger and fear, I drove to the shop, determined to uncover the truth. Confronting my buddy from the night before, I pressed him, threatened to kill him, and I would have if he hadn't confessed. It was the Jefe, he whispered, pointing to Mike. My world turned upside down. I couldn't prove anything, but the trust was broken. After that happened to me, Mike got a bodyguard, a 6'3" German monster that carried a 12-inch blade on his side at all times. I thought to myself, is this bodyguard there to protect him from me? I don't know. I was desperate to leave the company house, saving every penny and avoiding Mike as best as I could, despite enjoying our first fishing. Despite hold on, guys. Break. Despite enjoying our annual fishing trips, this year's event filled me with dread. Mike Mike insisted I attended, threatening my job if I didn't. At Mammoth Lake, on the final day of our trip, I caught a massive 7.25-pound rainbow trout at North Lake. Tony and I rushed to show Mike, but his reaction was a gut punch. He threw the stringer at me and made me ride in the back of the truck all the way home. Rumors circulated about my job being at risk, supposedly for catching the biggest fish. The anxiety was suffocating. I was buying my first house at the time, and the stress was different from the thrill of riding bulls or taking on challenges. Drinking after work became a crutch, and Mike's silence for 3 months didn't help. When the escrow closed in just 15 days, I had to summon every ounce of my strength to keep going. When I finally got the house and I moved in, the neighbor that I barely knew saw the door open to my house. When he looked in, he saw me on the ground struggling to breathe. He rushed me to the hospital, where the doctor proceeded to tell me that I had an anxiety attack. "What the hell is that?" I asked. After he explained what it was, I couldn't believe that a bull riding cowboy would get anxiety attacks. Eventually, Mike approached me with a new role, setting up a warehouse and managing government purchasing for the Diamond Valley Lake area with a $60,000 monthly budget. It was a challenging job, but I was determined to succeed. I needed to get hired on full time. I worked more than full time for 4 years with no benefits, no sick leave, no annual leave, and no holiday pay. I hit the warehouse job hard and fast, keeping my mind busy as much as I could. It was hard times sometimes after I completed putting together the new warehouse full of office supplies and much more. Mike had to talk to me again. This time he wanted me at the Inland Feeder Project located in Riverside County to put together their new warehouse. I was so happy to get away from Mike. My buddy Tony was put in charge of the Inland Feeder Project, so I'd be working with him. It was the break I needed. Not only did I build their warehouse, but I also came up with a new system to track assets over $500. Every time Carol, the asset management manager, came out to the job site, she loved me because I was the only one that was sweet to her and treated her with respect. I always found 100% of my assets under the Inland Feeder. I thought for sure I was going to be hired on after that, but nope. Mike pulled me back to DVL, back under his control. He wanted to implement the same asset tracking setup I came up with to be used at Diamond Valley Lake. From that day on, I always found 100% of the assets I was in control of. I just kept my head down, kept quiet, and did my job to the best of my ability. Until one day, Mike pulled me into his office. That was the end of chapter 6. See, it wasn't too bad. Hit like and subscribe if you like that. Please, please tell other people about this so I can get 50 followers. Thank you and have a great day.